Good morning, it's MaryEllen from the channel MaryEllen After 60. Jim just left for his walk. I hurried up and put makeup on because I thought I was going to do the makeup use up, and I've already done it on May 15th. I do have post-anesthesia brain. I really do. So I decided I was going to tell you why July the 6th was such a special day. I'm going to link a video below that a lot of you that have been with me for some time have already watched. But the name of the video is If It Can Happen to Me. So you might want to watch that. But I will tell you, when I started having poor health, I had excellent health. And it was in July of 2014 that I started having heart problems. I had tried various medications. What I had was atrial fibrillation with rapid ventricular response, and it was called paroxysmal. It happened out of nowhere. It was not regular, it just happened. And I could be sitting there doing anything, and my pulse rate ran about 60 or 70, and it would go up in the 200s. So one of the first things I did was I was put in the hospital to have Sotalol, and I'll put these names down here, administered. You have to be in the hospital for 3 days in order to start on it. And it did help the atrial fibrillation, but I could not take the bad side effects. It was hard. I've had hypothyroidism since I was in 5th grade, and I also have ADHD. My body reacts differently to a lot of medications than a lot of other people do. Like, I do not want any type of opioid narcotic at all. They hype me up so much, it's terrible. So I have that listed as a drug allergy. And I'm going to read every single comment, but I don't want to comment on my health and I also don't want to have anything that I say affect what you're doing. So it's kind of a little slippery slope, you know. Number one thing is you have to have faith in your physician. My electrophysiologist is from St. Louis, Missouri, and that's about 3 hours from here. When Jim and I first went to meet with him, I'd been putting off this atrial fib, I had been putting off the ablation really for 2 years. That's where being a nurse or working in a hospital setting, it makes you so much more skeptical, because not only have you seen things happen that shouldn't happen, all the other people working around you have seen the same things, and they share stories, and they're all learning stories, but mostly the things that they want to share are things that shouldn't have happened, that did not have a good outcome. So that's why I was afraid to have the ablation. When we saw the doctor, we knew it was going to be 6 hours. And we knew I was going to have to spend the night for at least 2 nights. And that's what happened. I had absolutely no idea it would last. I was under anesthesia for over 10 hours. I had wonderful care, and 2 of the nurses that were with me during my surgery and right before and right after surgery were Mindy and Teresa, and they both know I have a YouTube channel. So in case you're watching, thank you, girls. I appreciated you more than you ever will know. I'm probably going to be all over the place because this is kind of a difficult subject to talk about. I do have one really funny story. Nurses come in and they make rounds, and they talk about you and talk about what they've done that day and so on and so forth. Well, because I'm so funny with pain medicine, I didn't take any pain medicine. I meditated. Jim stayed with me the whole time. He never left. He slept in the room, and was very helpful. It really was. I was so glad that he did that. But anyway, these nurses were talking, and one of them said, let me think how she said it, and she said, it says she's 62 on here, and there's no surgery listed for cosmetic surgery. And then the other one said, well, she's lying down, so, you know, that always makes you look younger. And the other nurse said, no, she's been sitting up today. Anyway, they came and my eyes were shut, they came and they lifted my hair back and looked at this and looked at my eyeballs. And I almost said, well, I have a YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But I didn't. I didn't want to embarrass them. But something else I wanted to mention is I may be feeling worse before I feel better. I am on a medication called AMIODARONE. And anyone out there that is a nurse, that is a healthcare professional, that's a pharmacist, that's a nurse practitioner, so when I say that, I've always said it, when people say it to me, you kind of go, oh gosh. Well, I knew ahead of time I was going to have to be on it for 3 to 4 months. There were so many areas in the heart that they had to ablate. That's why it took so long. That he said that it would take 3 or 4 months for my heart to heal. And it was really, really important that I not have any type of arrhythmias. There's some side effects that come along with amiodarone, and it's, I don't know if anybody's interested in this, but it takes about 2 months for it to leave your body. It's not excreted through your kidneys nor your bladder. No, your kidneys nor your liver. So it just is excreted through dead skin cells, and even the dead cells in the colon. That's how it is excreted. So if you hear me be short of breath, and but I do know it's going to get better. That's the thing that's nice. I know it's going to get better. There were times when I wanted to go so much to a ball game. I just wanted to go so badly that Jim would take me to the back door of the gymnasium, and my daughter would open up the door and there'd be a seat right there. I didn't want anybody to know how sick I really was. I never want anybody to feel sorry for me. Ever, 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 ever. I've just always been that way. So that's why I wanted all your good vibes, all your prayers, all your thoughts, anything positive on July the 6th. I did not want to worry anybody. I'm actually feeling kind of good today. The air conditioner just kicked on, and it's so humid. It is. I miss my winter pajamas so much. I literally mourn for them. I'll go into my closet and I'll be looking, I'm lucky enough that I don't have to change clothes, and I hang up my pajamas, and sometimes I just kind of like touch them and think, oh, I want to wear you, but there's no way I can. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate every single comment and thumbs up and view that I receive. And I will catch you in my next video. First, I better say before, you have watched, and the name of it is If It Can Happen to You, If It Can Happen to Me.